Hello, thank you very much for tuning into this section of reads. This should be viewed on the YouTube channel James13 Wicca, just to be sure that's where you're seeing it. If you're not, let me know, or, go to YouTube to make sure you're getting the right one. Also, I am doing in-person readings in Herkimer, New York. If you're near there, go ahead and shoot me an email. I'll give you more details. The dice and decks that I'm using, that information should be below. Other than that, if you'd like a reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. And now, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into your reading. Hello, Leo. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Leo? The Chariot and Justice, and the Death card, the Moon card, for the love of Pete. Got a lot of major cards coming out here. Woo! It's a lot of energy. The Wheel of Fortune. Communication. Stop it. Stop. Okay. There's, you got success around you. I feel like this is one of those things where other people might have ideas, and that might be like, well, that's nice. But you got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do. I think that's what this is. Because I keep feeling that, other people have ideas, and they think this is going to happen, or they think that's going to happen. But guess what? Leo runs their own show. Leo is in control of their own circus, if I dare. I don't know what that's going for, but there you go. You're in control of your own show. And if it's a circus, it doesn't have to be a bad thing. You know what I mean? You are the ringmaster of your own circus. Other people might think they're going to take control of that show, but it's like, oh, that's fun. No. You've been giving something a chance. For whatever reason, you've been giving something a chance. Is it that static? Is there no more with that? Is that it? It's rolling all over the place. Was it a good idea? Yeah, maybe that's the thing. You gave something a chance. Maybe this chance isn't really panning out in your favor. Okay. Leo can change fairly easily, in my opinion, but it's not the worst thing that this isn't working out. Is it ideal? No, but when I'm getting the 5 of Cups, I don't like that this isn't going where I wanted it to go. But the thing about the 5 of Cups, there's 2 cups that are still full. It's not like that's the only possibility you have in life. And something might be transitioning away. Something might be transitioning away. The Death card here, there's a change. It doesn't have to be physical death, just there's a change here. And I feel like I'm doing what I gotta do with it. I don't know that it's really crushing you or anything. How is Leo's reaction to this? I feel like I'm being a little bit analytical with it, and I'm just there's only so much I can do. I give people a chance. If they can't make good on it, I do what I can do to make it work out. If they don't want to meet me halfway or do their part, there's only so much I can do. I'm not here to live other people's lives. I'm not willing nor able. I'm not willing to live other people's lives, and I'm not willing. I'm not able, if we're going to be honest. You can't really live somebody else's life. You don't want it anyway. I feel like when this reading comes in, you've already made your decision on what you got to do. And you're taking the loyalty you've gained from it, and you're letting go of what does not. So if there's a social component to this situation that's moving on, Those who are loyal to you and respectful to you, you'll keep those. Those who are not, well, it was fun. Not really, but okay. Once it's done, it's done. I don't feel like I'm going backwards on this. The energy is a little bit like, I'm trying to make the right move. I'm trying to make the smart move. I'm trying to bob and weave with it in the moment as I need to. I'm doing my best to stabilize it the best I can. As normal, in my opinion, for Leo, once all is said and done, you're going to get up and move into your next level of success. The Magician reversed, and then the Four of Wands upright. You won't move forward until it's appropriate, is what I'm getting. Because the Magician reversed, I keep feeling, when I'm seeing the Magician reversed for you, it's not that you're not going to do what you want to do. It's not that you're doing anything negative. I feel like it's on pause. It's kind of like, for right now, I can't do what I want to do. I will move on. And I might be setting it up for me to move forward when it's time for me to. But there's certain loyalties here that I need to kind of handle before I wrap this up completely. I feel like that's just something you're going to do. You don't have to ignore your true feelings at this point. You don't have to completely sidestep what you want to do. Because it's almost like, I feel like some of you are going to be like, I'm not even going to start looking into it. Because as soon as I start looking into it, I'm going to want to move on it. And that's going to be very hard for me to not move on it. I don't feel like it has to be that way. Even though I feel like you're not going to let go of something until it's time, and you're going to respect your responsibilities and do what you need to do, I feel like communicating about it and talking about where you're going to go and just being very open about this is what's going to happen. And when I've cleaned up this mess, or when I've put this in order like I need to, maybe, for example, you inherited a house. I don't know why we're going this road. Maybe you inherited like a family home, and you're like, you know what, for right now, I got to clean it up. I got to make it presentable, and then I'm going to sell it. And while I'm cleaning it up, I got to live in it, because that's just my financial restraints right now. That's what I need to do to not only maintain it, but to like fix it up and to get things done. This is what I need to do. I don't have the money to go buy a different house right now, but I have the ability to go look at where else I want to go, and I have the ability to think, well, this is the money I'm expecting to have when I sell this place. So I'm looking at where I'm going to go, what type of thing I'm going to get, and how I'm going to handle that, and how I'm going to afford this, and where I want it, how much distance I want it from this, and how much distance I want it from that, what type of amenities I want around it, stuff like that. I'm getting, for you communicating and looking into like where you're going to go with your next endeavor while you're shutting this down or finishing up your responsibilities, I'm getting it won't derail you. I feel like because of whatever's going on here, you're going to be very loyal to your responsibilities, and you're going to wrap things up as necessary. But looking towards the next level is not going to cause you an issue, but it may bring in other support here, and you might have possibilities you weren't really expecting. Maybe at first you're not really sure if you should or want to have, because I'm getting the Wheel of Fortune is like being very nice to you in this situation. New people are coming in. I feel like Leo meets people fairly easily, but if I'm wrong, let me know. But I feel like you guys meet new people fairly easily. And I get like once you start communicating, like this is where I'm going when this is taken care of, there's going to be people showing you opportunities and wanting your, approval or wanting your connection and all this other stuff. It seems to be going fairly easily. I don't see a problem with you respecting what you need to do. I don't see a problem with that. But when I'm getting the 10 of Pentacles, the 5 of Wands, and the Queen of Swords, is like somebody else adding into this situation might offer you possibilities that I feel like I wasn't expecting or counting on. Leo is very self-sufficient. somebody might add into this and actually be able to help you get something that you didn't think you could have right now. It might be something like, I'm going to get that, I just don't think I can get it right now. Somebody might add in and actually help you, like, hey, I can help you wrap up this responsibility respectfully a lot quicker if you want. For the people this is going to hit with, when I see this coming in here, it says your prayers are being answered. Help will come your way and can get you out of this situation quicker and more beneficial to you. It's up to you if you're going to allow that or not. I feel like that's obvious. But they're saying there's nothing wrong with going this direction. The analogy I'm going to use is like, for the next year, maybe it's like eating the same thing every night for a whole year, like liver and onions, which I abhor. I like onions, I don't like liver. So it's also like, maybe I just was like, this is my responsibility, this is what I got to do. And it's like, I have a whole year to do this, I can't get out of that. And then somebody says after 3 to 4 months, you know what, I can find something else we can do. We can sell this liver. We can sell it. I know you have it in the freezer, but I know people who actually like it. We can change this, and maybe like in a couple more months, maybe 4 or 5, we can get you out of this situation. So it's like, you don't have to stay in it the full year. Maybe it was only 8 or 9 months, and then you're able to get out of it. If you decide that's not right and you can't do that, then you don't do that. But they're saying it doesn't have to be that long. The situation you can respectfully end or cinch up the responsibilities a lot quicker than you expect and still do it the right way. Right way is subjective to how you feel about it. Possibilities are coming. You don't have to accept it the way somebody else maybe has constructed it. Because it may be better than you think. The outcome may be better than you think taking this new direction. You're Leo, you can usually change when you need to change. For some reason, when this energy comes towards you, I feel like a lot of you might be like, I'm not allowed to think about that. You know if that's going to happen for you or not, because I feel like some of you know if you have that habit or not. Like, oh no, I'm not allowed to think about that. I gotta get away from it. Gotta get away from it. I'm not allowed to think about that. It's up to you whether this is worth it or not. I keep thinking about this liver and onions thing, and I'm just like, eating it once, let alone for a whole year. But the fact, I feel like also when you get through 3 or 4 months, it's kind of like, it's old hat now. I'm not letting myself think about it. This is how I'm going to get through it. I don't let myself think about it. I just do it. I just get through it, and I do it, and I just overcook it so you can't really taste much of it, and I gulp it down and move on with my life. Like, can you imagine getting through 3 or 4 months of that, and then somebody says, we can just do it in like 2 to 3 more months, and then I can get you out of this if you work with me on this. It's worth exploring the possibilities what I'm getting. So there is help coming. There is reprieve coming. You'll probably be in the process before that really takes effect. But it's just like realizing during the process you might have some options that maybe even you didn't think that was something you should be entertaining, but they're saying, I don't feel like there's anything wrong with it. I don't think like it's anything bad with it. Maybe somebody else's idea is kind of like, no, you got to do it my way. You got to stay in these rigid rules, Leo, rigid rules. I'm getting there's possibilities here. You can do things differently. Allow yourself to consider it. You may be surprised at how that you can welcome some extra abundance into your life that you didn't think maybe you were allowed to have. I think we're there. I'm going to shut this down here. Hope that helps. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.